Today, I'd like to show you some extended exercises using hammer-ons and pull-offs. Please notice that from this lesson on, I'll be using a simple form of tab where the instruction for hammer-ons and pull-offs is written next to the fret number. Let's get started. We'll begin with the double hammer-on exercise. For this, I'd like you to pick the open bottom E string, then hammer on to the 3rd fret with your first finger, then again to the 5th fret with 3rd finger. Exercise 1. For the next one, we'll add to this idea by playing the same phrase in 2 places repeatedly using the 1st and 3rd fingers of your fretting hand. Exercise 2. Now, a bigger one. For this, I'd like you to play a similar lick going up on the E minor pentatonic scale. Firstly, I'll show you how to play this scale over 2 octaves, moving up the neck instead of across. Exercise 3. In this next exercise, we'll use this scale along with the open strings. These notes will all still fit, melodically speaking, as you should know by now that you can use all the open strings in the scale of E minor. Exercise 4. In this next one, we'll use a triple hammer-on. Pluck the open top E string, then hammer on to the 4th fret with your first finger, then 5th fret with middle finger, and finally 7th fret with little finger. Exercise 5. One last big hammer-on exercise. This time we're going to combine the open strings, which we know belong in the key of E minor, with the notes of a G major scale, which, as you should know by now, is the relative major to E minor. I'll play this nice and slowly to start with, so you can see which fingers to use, and also how the slight change of hand position happens when we get to the 2nd string. Slow. And now a little faster. Another thing we can do is go back down across all the strings, but still using this hammer-on exercise. Exercise 7. Now let's move on to some interesting pull-off exercises. For this first one, we'll use a double pull-off on one string. Pluck the top string at the 5th fret, then pull off with your 3rd finger to the 3rd fret, having already put your first finger there. Then pull off with your first finger to the open string. Exercise 8. As always, please take your time to get these techniques right by starting slowly and building up your speed gradually. Here's another pull-off exercise, but this time using a triple pull-off. Start with your first finger on the 4th fret, middle finger on the 5th fret, and little finger on the 7th fret of the top string. Now pluck this string, then pull off with your little finger to the 5th fret, which already has your middle finger holding it down. Then pull off with middle finger to the 4th fret, and finally pull off with first finger to the open string. Exercise 9. For this one, I'd like to show you a pull-off exercise which uses all the strings. It uses notes which are not all from one particular key, although it still has strong ties to the sound of an E minor. In fact, we'll be using different modes in this exercise, and I'll be explaining fully about these in future lessons. So for this, we fret the top string at the 3rd fret with middle finger and pluck. Then pull off to the 2nd fret, which already has our first finger on it. Then pull off to the open string and repeat this lick across all the strings like so. When you can play this at a faster speed, you'll find that it takes on a country or rockabilly sound. Fast. In this last exercise, I'd like to combine hammer-ons and pull-offs. We start with a hammer-on to the 7th fret of the top string with our little finger, then pull off to the 5th and 4th frets, and then to the open string. Then hammer on to the 4th and 5th frets, and repeat the whole phrase. All the exercises we've covered in this lesson will improve the strength and agility in your fretting hand, and also your coordination between both hands, and with practice will become a vital addition to your playing skills. Bye for now.